Hi there, this is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 4 with Goblins. Yes, we'd like to play first. See if we can go up against like a tournament caliber deck this time. Love this hand. Absolutely love it. No, I would not like to mulligan it. And we have the first turn Foundry shoot Denizen into a second turn Mogg Flunkies into hopefully a turn 3 Hellraiser Goblin maybe? Or Krenko's Command. I don't know. Any sort of card would be fine. As we can basically cast everything in our deck now. Alright, so pass the turn back to him. Going against Skitrix. Alright, and it's a Godless Shrine. Could be Aristocrats. I do like my matchups against Aristocrats. Mogg Flunkies comes out, and we're going to get in for 2. Good thing about this, too, is Burning Earth is an answer to this deck. If it is a 3-color Aristocrats deck, and even a 2-color Aristocrat decks, because they use a ton of non-basics, like Godless Shrines, Vaulty Archangels. Some of them you actually even use, like Ghost Quarters or Mutavaults, and Isolated Chapels, of course. So over 50% of their lands, I believe, is non-basic. And you can definitely shut them down that way. So Blind Obedience, that's actually pretty good against me. Not horrible. It's going to be a black-white control deck, I'm sure. It's going to work versus Legion Loyalist. I do believe that Legion Loyalist is still the right play, even though it does come into play tapped. What it does allow to do is put a counter on the, or put a +1/+1/+0 trigger on the Foundry shoot Denizen. Well, this, we're going to get in for quite a bit of damage here. That's 7 damage on turn 3, which is not bad at all. So he's down to an 11. Brimstone Volley could be the finisher that we want. We have a Door of Destiny that can come out, depending on what we draw next turn. Because it might just be in our best interest to attack in with, activate the Mutavault and attack in. And be 1, 2, 3, 4. See if Lingering Souls, Oblivion Ring. It's going to go on, what, the Mogg Flunkies? I mean, there's not a good target here. All these are pretty bad targets. Yeah, Mogg Flunkies it is. And allows us to actually get off the Door of Destinies, which I do believe will be the right play, depending on what I draw into. Searing Spear, yeah, I'm gonna do a Door of Destinies, naming Goblins. He's down to a 9, so we have 8 damage on reserve here with the Searing Spears and Brimstone. The Blind Obedience, of course, can eventually get him back some life. He still needs to draw into, yeah, Mutavault. Yeah, I'm definitely bringing in the Burning Earth against him. He definitely needs to draw into like Zobsodot. I'm trying to think what else they run. He could have a Restoration Angel. He could definitely have some answers here. So that's 6. Do I just Mutavault? Mutavault? I think I do. And maybe you can kill these Mutavaults, and maybe this is the wrong play. I know he can activate a Mutavault of his own. But this is going to get my dudes first strike and trample. And a Restoration Angel is going to kill off a Mutavault. Yep. But he still takes 5 or 4, and he's down to Brimstone Volley range. So I'm thinking Sin Collector's in here. I'm thinking Obsodot's in here. Messenger's in here. Black-white. It's a black-white Restoration Angel deck. He's definitely got some control in his hand. So the right move here is just going to be attack in. See what he does. Blind Obedience can actually get him back in this. Double Searing Spear will do 6 damage, though. So Mutavault. Block. And yeah, we'll just do it right now. See what he has. Spear. And you could have like Tragic Slip and Extort, but that's still not going to do it. Spear is going to do it. Devour Flesh, targeting himself. And he's going to extort. He's going to kill his Mutavault here. Restoration Angel. So at this point, it might just be in my best interest to spear off his Mutavault and keep my dudes alive. So yeah, that was kind of a cool interaction, but yeah, he's hurting now. He's big time hurting. And this is cool. Foundry shoot Denizen. Pumps up my other one. And now, yeah, we actually have 3, 4, 5. We actually have the kill on board. But I think Brimstone is actually better to keep back. 4 cards in hand, though. Yep, Restoration Angel's not going to do it. No matter how he blocks, he loses here. So, yep, down to a 5. And Brimstone Volley's face. So he had a great hand, too. He had a really great hand. Let's see. I think Door of Destinies is an answer. He's going to have lots of removal. Mizzium Mortars is going to come in just for the Restoration Angels, and it's going to be more of a late game thing. Flames of the Firebrand, Burning Earth is going to come in. I don't think Hellriders. I think Hellriders actually come out against Team Electrickery. Does he have Lingering Souls? Does he? That's the question. If he's playing Lingering Souls. I think Door of Destinies of the 2 of is fine. Krenko's Command is fine. The card I don't like is Mogg Flunkies here. As I could just get kind of... And I don't like Goblin Arsonist either. And to be honest with you, I don't like Pillars. So yeah, Hellrider definitely is something to come out. I'm going to bring in another Door of Destinies. No, I'm not. I'm going to bring in the Flames of the Firebrand. Yeah, and the other Door of Destinies. And we'll bring in another Hellrider, too. Just a 1 of Hellrider. Even though we are down on a little bit of the 1 and 2 drops here. But we're still okay. I like this. Keeble hand. Got a first turn. And the control. Wow, he's playing Guildgates too. So I'm glad I do have Burning Earth in here. Hopefully we can find one. Got the Mizzium Mortars for the Restoration Angel, but it is a Sorcery Spear. We got the Brimstone Volley again. So I don't even know if he plays any basic white sources in his deck. There's a Mutavault. This will be a little bit more powerful to just go ahead and chuck out. Get in there for another damage. And if he plays anything, could be walking right into a Sin Collector here. Liliana. Okay, that's okay. We will just, yep, that's fine. So, kind of an expensive, it's going to absorb 2 damage and kill a creature. I'm just going to Brimstone, I'm just going to activate a Mutavault. And attack the Liliana the Veil. Now, the Mutavaults are going a little over budget. I admit it. They should come down in price. Hopefully, you can get them for cheaper. As they single-handedly put us over budget, but everything else in this deck is very budget. I think our entire deck is barely worth over a Liliana besides the Mutavaults, or worth less than the... Oh, Desecration Demon, that's a good one. That might actually do it. I have no real way to deal with that guy. I can kill it here if I wanted to. Do I want to is the thing. Do I want to allow that Desecration Demon to live and try to advance my board state? Or do I just want to Spear Mortar it here? And I think what I'm going to do is just advance my board state. Pyrewild Shaman. And man, now I'm wishing these Act of Treasons would have been in my deck. Because they are so good against people playing Desecration Demons. He probably has Disciple Boluses in his deck as well. So not a bad deck. Maybe Burning Earths aren't as great as I thought. He seems to have enough. Oh, now that is going to be... Now that is definitely going to be troublesome. Now Burning Earth is kind of bad at this point. I can kill one of the Desecration Demons by Mortar Spear and get in for 3, but I'm still in pretty bad shape. Or I could attack. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Get him down to a 15 here. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to block. So that does change things. I think I have to kill one of these off. I can't be taking 12 next turn. And is it better to Searing Spear Flames and have the Mizzium Mortars up to somehow overload? I think so. And these can be used. That's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 6. Let's see, 6. 11, 14 is all I could do here. If I Burning Earth, he tap. And Burning Earth's kind of weak at this point. Overload Mizzium Mortars would allow me to draw into something else. Yeah, I'm going to Flames the Firebrand. There. And Searing Spear. There. And that way, I can actually deal with the other one by sacking. I can actually, yeah, just actually land will actually allow me to do 5 there. No. Gonna take some damage again here. Those Desecration Demons. Oh, wow. All 3 of them, huh? I'm going to activate the Mutavault. Tack in. No blocks again. This does switch things up. Because I definitely have sack outlets here that I could sack down and tap down his stuff. And almost get him. Yeah, we're gonna sacrifice a Pyrewild Shaman next turn to tap one of them down and hit him for 5. And then go for a kill. Now I'm wishing I would have played this differently. Okay. So we're yep, definitely. So unless he has some way to gain life. Which he might. We're in Brimstone Volley. He's down to a 5. So any sort of spear, and we're golden here. We can just Mutavault, activate Mutavault, and spear him. That is not an activation of Mutavault. Geez, Burning Earth is kind of tempting here, as it won't allow him to. But then I would have to be able to activate the Mutavault and then sack both of them. So what's the right play? Do I try to top deck into a Searing Spear / Flames of the Firebrand / Hellriders aren't in here anymore. They're definitely coming in the sideboard. I'm going to go all out aggro. He's probably Mutilate deck. Or do I Burning Earth, Foundry Denizen, sack both of them, and he can't cast any white sources. I think the right play is to Mutavault. Tack in, and he has so much removal in his deck. This could just be game. Devour Flesh, Restoration Angel. So why doesn't he kill that in response? Oh, he's gonna untap a Desecration Demon, and that's pretty much gonna be game. All right, so I'm gonna call it good. There's nothing I could do here. Let's see. I am just gonna go for the quickest red deck wins. Finish that I can. And I don't believe I need a Door of Destinies or Pillars. So, Ogre Battledriver. We'll submit it away. And yes, we'd like to play first. And this very keepable hand. This is incredibly aggressive. So I got to worry about Disciple Bolus's. Disciples just really allow him to get back in this game. So this is the Rock. This is basically the same Shelf Rock, but they switch out green for Restoration Angels. And even like, I'm not sure exactly what other cards they use in there, but for the white, awesome white cards that are in Standard at the moment, this is a very good deck. So I would call this kind of almost tier 1. Rock is a little bit more powerful because it has cards like Thragtusk. But I mean, you could, it's apples and oranges. I mean, they're pretty comparable. I guess that's not the right expression, right? Apples and oranges. It's going to be, I think it's going to be Goblin Arsonist here in Foundry Street Denizen. And that way next turn I can Krenko's Command. Let's hope he doesn't have a Ratchet Bomb or something. But we do need to draw into a finisher. Blind Obedience at this point is a little slow. There, that's a good one, but Blind Obedience is actually really good against that. So, because this is going to double trigger the Foundry Street Denizen and be able to get in for 5. So 13 on turn 3 isn't bad. If we draw into another land, we've got the Hellrider. Got to erase that Mutilate. Got to damage off the Goblin Arsonist. Messengers probably got sided out. I'm sure Messengers are in this deck, though. There's a Searing Spear. That's not horrible. We can do that at the end of the turn. Unfortunately, I think something's going to get Devour Fleshed or killed here. And he's down to an 8. Definitely in a Searing Spear, Searing Spear. I think we have this one. I don't think that he's going to be able to come back from this because... Ooh, Mutilate. That's good. That's really good. No Brimstone Volley there, though. But again, he's just one damage short, and I hate to get him one down. We're 1 damage from killing him off here. Oh, no. No, no, no. That is just horrible. Lay sigh sometimes. He's going to be able to extort here, get himself back up to 2. Oh, I hate that. I hate that we're gonna barely lose this by that missed land drop. Because that Blind Obedience is really good, actually. But that will do it. I mean, eventually, let's see if he continues to miss into stuff. Like, Desecration Demons are really bad cards now. Again, just 1 Searing Spear, 1 Flames of the Firebrand, 1 any sort of burn spell we draw into, and this game is over. 1 land. And he misses land drop? Ugh, that's the most awful card ever. Gets rid of a Restoration Angel, but... Ugh. Come on, deck, don't do this to me. Restoration Angel, which we can Mortars off. And extort is just gonna... Might just get him there. Oh, come on. Okay. Another Mutilate's really good here. Another Restoration Angel could come out. All I have to do is triggers. This triggers. Doomblade, Extort. Ugh. Yay. Well, it had a good opening draw. Any burn? That's going to do it. I don't think there's anything I can do to come back from that now. I mean, double Hellriders eventually, when they come out. So I'm going to mortar off this guy. And Foundry shoot Denizen, and eventually I'm going to draw into that 4th land. Tragic Slip, that's fine. Oh, that Obsidot, yep. That is going to be game. I don't think there's enough ways that I can deal enough damage. Mogg Flunkies are just, like I said, are just bad versus this deck. And I'm on 2-tuner clock now. And even if I draw into a land, I'm dead. Yep, Disciple is sacking his Obsidot? Or his Mutilate? Because he sacked his Obsidot, I'm back in this, other than he can draw into a ton of things. So that missed land drop was the difference between winning and losing. Got him down to a 1. A 1 with getting stuck here. Yep, double Hellrider in my hand. Can't do anything about this. Burning Earth's not going to do it. Why didn't I take those out? That was silly of me to keep those in. Anyway, we go 3-1, though. Not too bad for this budget deck. This is Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.